Okay, in step 14, it talks about adding a clustered chart, pivot chart. So what you want to do, and it's going to be next to your table here, so you're going to go up into Insert, and then there's Pivot Charts, and then you're going to insert Pivot Chart. And what that's going to do is you're going to say what's the range that you want to go after, and again, you're going back to this same set of data that you were after before. And then do you want to do it in a new worksheet? No. You want to do it in an existing because you're wanting to put it next to your pivot chart already. Again, you're going to get this kind of information, which you're going to have to go back over here again, and you're going to drag this stuff down to the axis. So I drug that class down already. Now I'm going to drag major down, and then I'm going to have the count by major. So then, and so you start to see that this chart shows up. And then it'll say you're going to exclude the freshman field. So up here in classes, you can click on that, and it'll say here, do you want to filter something out? And you could say, I don't want to include freshmen. So now it adjusts that there's no freshmen. And you can see it's the juniors, seniors, sophomore coming across, and then the different majors. So then what it'll say is you're going to insert a descriptive title. If you click on the title that's there called total, you can type in whatever you want there. I'm doing this one-handed, so you can do that. And then it'll say remove the legend. This is the legend. You can go over here, click on it to get the box, and then you can just hit the delete button and it'll delete it. Now you don't have that anymore, so that gets rid of that step. And then it talks about then in D, it talked about the format the chart to match. So if you want to go in here now and like click on this and then you right click, then you can get to the outline and the fill. So like if you want to click on fill, and how do you want to fill that table? So if you want to do it just like they have in the example, you can go black there, and then you go, well, I got to change these bars. So click on one of the bars, and then again right click, and then you can go to format the data series, and then if you come over here, it'll click that up. And then if you want to go into what I want it, I'm going to do the fill. So I want there to be a solid fill, and then you can change what color it is. So in their case, they did this kind of orangey. Maybe it's this orange. No, it's the darker orange probably. Something like that. So now all of a sudden, as I change that, it's the darker orange. Then you come here and go, well, this text is pretty hard to see. So I go up here and click on this text, and I can go all the way back up here into my main, and go back into home, and then go over here to my fonts. And I can change it like if I want it to be white. So now you see it's white. And if I do the same thing by clicking on this, it'll bring those up, and I can go back here and say I want it white. It changes it to white. I click down here on these guys, and I go here and click again on white. It changes all those to white. So that helps on that. If you want to format this so that that's better formatted, again, you can come up here and you can do right click, format axis, and then when you get over here, you should be able to change the number. And I want it to be a general number. I want it to actually be a number, and then how many decimal places do I want it to be? And you can see decimal places. In the example that they gave, they have no decimals, so you could put a 0 there, and now you've got that in your, it comes over, there's no decimal places, and that's what it is in your example. So this, and then you can always just click on it and grab it, and it'll just, you can make it go anywhere anywhere you want. It'll make it go like that. So you can move it around.